happy 2023, which is mad. So today I will be doing a video on my reading goal of 2023. Excuse that. It was supposed to be a video and then I just kind of like, not forgot about it, but just kind of wanted to do it in my own time. But it is all photos of camp and kind of 2022 travels. I am attempting to finish kind of this whole wall and then maybe put something on that back wall. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to be doing my 2023 reading goals of this year. Where is my physical book that I read? I got it!
Yes, I'm comfortable. I'm in fluffy socks, shorts, a shirt, and a blanket because why not? I am at home. It's fine.
So, I've got my little notebooks. If I kind of keep looking down, that's why. I say my little notebook, my big fat notebook. So, my reading goals of this year, got 3 things. This is the kind of the one physical book I have already read. Right now it is the 16th of January. I started this the end of last year, kind of the 26th of December, and then I didn't finish it until about 5 days ago. So it was kind of like 10th or 11th. To be honest, it took me a while. It was a very, very good book, but it took me a while. And this is The Lost Lives of Frances Langley by Michelle Adams. It's a great book. It's an incredible storyline in terms of what it's about and kind of how it's played out. Each chapter is a different POV, but not a different POV. It's kind of, one of the POVs is from the son's point of view in like present time, and one of the other POV is of his mom's point of view in kind of the 1980s, and it's basically like both their journeys towards this one item. Very good. It's not like a horrible different POV in terms of, it's not as if you are, you're jumping through time, but you're not kind of massively changing. It's not as if it's going to a different era. It's a very good book. It did take me a while to read though, but it's a very good book. So that's kind of the first physical book that I have read. And then I'm currently reading on my Kindle Inner Holidays by Christina Lauren. It's a very good book from what I've read. I think I'm about 20% through, so I'm about in chapter 10, chapter 11. I'm hoping to finish this, and you will know why in a few seconds. I'm hoping to finish this within the next 4 days, and I think that's actually very doable because I'm not a slow reader, but I'm not a fast reader, so I'm kind of in between. I'm not really working this week, so I can hopefully, I say hopefully, I want to finish it within the next few days because, like I said, you'll find out now. So my goal for this year is to read 30 books. Last year I read about, I think it was about 16 books, but that's also because I kind of only really started reading again in kind of May, June of last year. So I think from about June till about December, reading 16 books is very good, considering I'm not a slow, not fast reader. I'm kind of in between. So my goal this year is to read 30 books. And I've kind of figured that out, that that's about 2.5 books per month. If I read about 3 books per month, that's pretty good, because that's what, a book every week and a half, if my math is correct, which, you know what, that's not a bad, it's not a bad kind of goal to have, I think, because I don't want to be that person that kind of reads like 100 books a year. First of all, I would never have the time to do that. I think that's also just crazy because I kind of like, and I'm not saying those people don't ingest the book, but I like not ingesting, you know what I mean? I like kind of thinking about the book and kind of realizing what I've actually just read. Like I said, obviously everyone's different. Like I know some people that read ridiculously fast and still know exactly what they read. Yeah, my goal is 30 books, so that's 2 to 3 books a month, which I think is pretty solid amount. When I go to camp, which will be another video, so I'm returning to camp. When I go to camp, mostly camp books will be on my Kindle because obviously I'm traveling. It's not as if I want to take like 10 books. I'd love to do that, but obviously I can't take 10 books or something with me. And this already has so many books on it that I have not gotten to read. So that's my goal of camp, is reading a lot of Kindle books. Will be very good because it's obviously small, so I can travel with it. So that is what I will be doing, and my progress will be on literal. So I don't use Goodreads and I don't use what's the other one? Storygraph, and I know there's another one. I use Literal. Literal's quite good because I kind of don't want all of the stats, which I get some people do, but I don't necessarily want all of the stats in terms of how much percentage of a book I was reading, blah 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 blah, like all of that, which obviously I think if you want that, that's really good. I don't know which app does that. I have a feeling it's Storygraph. I use Literal. You can follow me on there. My kind of username will be down in the description below, and I used it last year and it was very good. So you can you find the book that you want, put the book in, it tells you when you started and when you finished, and then you can write a little review, and then you can follow other people. So it's good, it's simple, I just wanted a simple app that did that, and I didn't really want to use Goodreads because I kind of read both physical and Kindle books. I just didn't want to faff around. Like, I always kind of have my phone on me, so it is easy for that. Once again, it was another video that I kind of didn't continue, but I've got a bunch of, you kind of can't see it, but kind of here, I've got a bunch of wrapped books, and then a bunch of wrapped books here, and a bunch on my bookshelf over there. So I have so many physical books that I've accumulated over the last 4 years. A few of them I've read, a few of them I haven't, and I said to myself last year that this year will be the year that I'll kind of get through the majority of them. And I haven't necessarily put myself on a book buying ban because I know realistically that's not possible because there's always new books coming out. So I'm not on a book buying ban, but my goal of this year is reading a lot of those wrapped books. And I know there's books in these that are wrapped that I want to read. So I'm just kind of doing that, I'm kind of picking them out. And that is over on my TikTok. I've kind of been pretty good about updating which ones I'm reading from those. So those will be my TikTok, and that is kind of what I'm trying to do while I'm here in the UK. Just get through those books. Saying that, obviously the book that I'm currently reading is on my Kindle, but that's also because I kind of started it when I was reading this. I was reading this when I was at home, and then I was reading, this when I was like on the way to work and at work and all of that. So I was kind of like, you know what, I'll finish reading the book that I was reading and then I will get back to the physical books. I mean, I loved my Kindle last year, but I think in the beginning of this year I kind of found a love for physical books again, which I'm very happy about because obviously I love physical books, but then I also love my Kindle. So I'm kind of a in-betweener. So I have this little notebook that I bought while I was in South Africa. It was 50 Rand from KINDLES. It's just this little tiny kind of notebook, and what I've done is it helps me. Obviously we all do screenshots. I have screenshots on my laptop, on my phone, everywhere of what books I want to read. I decided, not only because of space, because of my laptop and my phone, I also just decided I like the physicality of it, that I decided to write the books that, not only books, I've written my books, and then at the back I've written TV shows and movies. It's obviously a never-ending list. It's gonna continue. I mean, there's always, like I said, there's always new books, there's always new movies, always new TV shows that are coming out. So this will just kind of always, I think, always be a thing. But I love the fact that with the books it's a bit like I'm gonna start doing cash budgeting videos. It's a bit like that, where I think physically scoring off books that you are reading or etc. is something in your mind where it's like, oh yeah, I've actually completed that. So I'm gonna do that. I'm getting all of the screenshots from devices, putting them in here and scoring them off because it's really good. Yeah, I've got a lot of books on here and then a lot of series. It's like I've got the Addicted series, I've got a few L. Kennedy books I still need to read, I've got Colleen Hoover books that I want to read, Shelby Lee, J.M. Coetzee, Gretchen Rubin, Linda Ellis, Tessa Bailey, kind of everything, Sarah J. Maas, Alex Astor, all of the books. So I'm going to do that, and that's going to be really good because I think also it's handy to, even when you're in a bookstore and there's books that you want to read but you don't want to buy yet, I kind of write them down here, so that's very good. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say, but other than that, it's kind of, I think it's really, like, I love the fact that I've kind of picked up my Kindle again, but also picked up physical books again. If you want to see more of an in-depth review on this and the last few books that I read in 2022, I will be happy to do that, so let me know down in the comments below. And if you've got any book recommendations, let me know. I'm not a mood reader, but I'm also not a set, set theme reader. Like, yeah, I like rom-coms and I like romantic books, but I will read fantasy, I will read sci-fi, I'll read mythical, I will read pretty much anything. Like I don't really mind. I think it's mainly the writing style that I'm kind of not iffy about that, but it's like I dropped normal people because I didn't like Sally Rooney's writing style. That's just a me thing. So yeah, let me know. But that's pretty much it. That's kind of my reading goals of 2023. That will be my stack when I go to camp. Saying that, I'm going to take two books that are for my girls at camp, so that'll kind of be my stack. I don't have the books with me, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I shall see you whenever I see you, because we know at this point there's no point of saying next week because life happens. I'll see you when I see you guys, and have a great rest of your week. Bye!